Star Trek Prodigy, Season 2, Episode 6 review. Imposter Syndrome.
Holograms.
So, the Vulcan and Zero, huh?
I
I
said
mean, I
that.
saw that
Yeah, I
coming.
know. You said that last
I said that
time.
ages back. So
Yeah.
you can.
It's cute though. And it's like,
It is.
Yeah, like, you said it, but it's like, now they're, like, there was still, maybe? And now, no, things, like, things are progressing in that way. Like,
oh my god. It's gonna be so awkward now since their holograms are switched up.
Yeah. That it's like body swap without needing the body swap.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Janeway's there. She'll kill them. I mean, she did that with Tuvix.
no, that was because it was a fusion. This is
Okay.
just swap.
Okay.
If it was a fusion, then yes, absolutely dead.
Hey.
Love Janeway. She's one of my favorite captains.
Yeah.
But she is a bit of a murderer when it comes to that sort of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Yeah.
that picture you sent a while back with yeah,
Well,
video and the radio star.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, they weren't a real person because they didn't have a social security number.
I don't think any of them have social security numbers.
Okay, they couldn't be. No, there's no taxes in Star Trek, is there?
No.
God
There's
damn
no
it.
money, so they
God damn it.
can't tax.
Then is anybody real if nobody can be taxed?
I mean, didn't they have that as an episode of both Next Gen and Voyager?
I wouldn't know.
If they're real or not. Data, and then
The Doctor.
and then the Doctor.
Yeah.
Like,
They were
are
both.
they really real if they're not? It's like they're sentient. Yes, but they were made by a person. It's like you were made by your mama.
Yeah. Yeah. What if he shows sentience, in the slightest degree? What is he then? I don't know.
Yeah, but you know the saying? It's like nothing's certain but death and taxes, but apparently space only death and sometimes barely.
Yeah,
Yeah, and death, not even that, because then you see the koala in the Black Mountain, and then it just
yeah.
Well, okay, I have to ask now. The koala, is that prominent in Star Trek or only in these?
No, that's an
That
entirely Lower Decks thing.
That was a Lower Deck thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's entirely Lower Decks. That has never happened, never shown up before, I think, in anything else.
Okay.
It's just them. Though it would be funny if from now on, occasionally, they do mention the koala.
What if it was a Q-walla?
Oh God.
I need to make that now. Remind me.
So Q with chlamydia.
A Q-walla. I mean, I'm not finished, but I started this morning because my nephew was throwing a fit, so we sat down to color. I did draw Stitch Pool.
Nice.
So
let's see.
Koala, next thing.
It would have really sucked if they like teleported to the ship and it's like, huh, they took out all the controls. Cool. We're screwed.
Yeah, if they salvaged it for whatever parts were useful and then sent it off. Yeah. No, we're just gonna send it off whole clip. But then again, you'd have to explain, okay, where did that part come from? Because I imagine there's traceability on those things to make sure that, if something goes wrong, we can trace back to what's.
Even in these days, everything has a serial number.
Yeah, so there's a serial number. So what was it part of? Where did that go? And what was going on with that? Oh, we don't want to say. It's just throw the whole thing into the fire. Nobody will know. And it just all of that goes away. It's all burned up.
Yeah, burninate it all.
No, okay, I'm kind of upset that Janeway or one of the other officers didn't make the line. It's like, huh, I thought there would have been an explosion.
Well,
I
that
was
was somewhat
expecting a kaboom. An
Yeah.
earth-shattering kaboom.
Apparently not.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Yeah.
I just lost contact with it on radar, so it must have burnt up. Or, well, it's radar. Sensors. But, yeah, it's just like... And, it's gonna be about 10 seconds until they figure out, wait a second. Oh, that's another thing. Like, we kind of got a preview of this in Voyager. Like, some of their later ships were uh, the hollow emitters because the EMH, the medical hologram, the doctor, he obviously without his mobile emitter, which
Yeah.
that's that thing on his, he can only go where there are hollow emitters. Well, on Voyager, there was really two places he could go without his mobile emitter: sick bay and the holodecks.
No, and the bridge.
Oh,
They
did the
hollow emitters.
was that
put in there.
they add those later, or was that standard?
I think they added them,
Yeah, but like, yeah,
need a
the
hollow.
Intrepid didn't come with those standard. But yeah, standard, it was the hollow emitters were just in sickbay, and the holodeck just because that they needed them for the EMH. If they were going to have an EMH, they needed the sickbay to have hollow emitters, and holodeck is hollow emitters, so there's that. But apparently, in one episode, like, long story, but like, they're on a Federation ship, and the EMH can go anywhere because I think it was just about anywhere because he had the ship had hollow emitters everywhere, so they could go everywhere. So apparently they carried that through to the Voyager A with hollow emitters all over the ship, because otherwise it's gonna be real awkward.
Keep walking and then suddenly disappear.
Yes. But yeah, this is the way they sort of did that. But so we did find something out about shipbuilding in this era. It's like, nope, there's hollow emitters everywhere. At least on something from the Voyager A forward, there's a decent chance there's hollow emitters just about everywhere. And possibly it might be only on some ships. Like, it might be on some ships and not on others. Because Lower Decks happens between that episode of Voyager and Prodigy. So, like, it doesn't, but they don't have, or we don't know of them having hollow emitters all over their ship. So, it's,
yeah,
who knows? Maybe it's on some ships and not on others.
Or, the Cerritos just isn't special enough.
Yeah, they don't have them, or they don't use them. Like, because it could be that they have them, they just don't.
Why would they need them for most cases?
Yeah.
Like,
well, why would anybody need them for most cases? Because
the only reason you see them on Voyager A is because he needs them.
Yeah. Well,
so they could be on all the ships. It's just it isn't brought up because it's like having toilets on the ship. It's kind of okay, yeah, we got toilets on the ship, and
But it never comes up because it's never necessary. But if they
exactly.
were in a situation, because they always have their doctors, Cerritos' doctor doesn't go down at any time, so they don't bring out an EMH, and so probably all the holo emitters all over the decks are for an EMH, and
Yeah,
so if an EMH needed to get around, they don't need a mobile emitter; they just go.
that
They
does
can
make
just
me wonder, is the EMH that they have Andy Dick or Robert, what's his name, Picardo?
Picardo. I would imagine it's Andy Dick, or possibly even further along than that. Maybe they came back for Bashir.
Maybe
Okay. Okay. So,
that would be pretty cool.
silly question that occurred to me. If a hollow doctor messes up on a surgery, can they be sued for malpractice?
I mean, technically, I don't think anybody gets sued.
Whatever the equivalent would be.
Well, at that point, it's the personhood of photonics is a little
Questionable.
it's another gray area. Like Voyager's EMH does tend to get established as personhood because he was on so long that he actually developed personality and all this sort of thing. He's not just a he went beyond his initial programming and sort of became his own person. And so, but like, a Dabo girl on a holodeck is not necessarily going to have the same personhood because she's not beyond her programming. She's not, not thought of in that way. So photonic rights are a little hazy because there are some they're like, yes, absolutely. EMH from Voyager, yes. Others, no. It's sort of a data situation as well. Like, some androids aren't, they aren't, you know, advanced enough and have their own personality and whatnot to, be considered sort of sentient, that sort of thing. But data definitely is. So it's, it's one of those things where it's very, I think in this era, it's still sort of, they're still sort of working that out.
Yeah. I gotta say, Rock Talk is smart.
Rock Talk is pretty badass. She's almost she's almost Mary Sue with how badass she is.
Yeah, it's like, hey, I just made these kick-ass holograms.
It's like, I know you're the engineer, but I did you better.
Yeah, computer science.
Yeah.
He's more physical.
I feel sorry for that one guy. He lost his place in his book. I was like, oh, that's my place.
Oh yeah, he was the one who's like, "Are you okay?" Yeah, fine, totally fine.
Yeah, my shift is over anyways. I feel that. It's like everything's going to chaos. Oh, look at that. I can clock out now. And not my problem anymore.
Yeah, same.
I do like that it's consistent that the EMH, the doctor from Voyager can be distracted if it's consistent. You can get him distracted pretty easily if you get him on his own shit.
I love the fact that she likes him so much. She's like, "Tell me about this." It's like, "Oh, sure." It's like, you so, oh, we would, but she didn't even say he owed her one, because it's like, He did it out of love. Or
And then when they see
Vulcan
each
love.
other again, it's just gonna be so awkward.
I know, because he's gonna be Dell.
Oh my god, no. Although to be honest, it'll
Hey,
probably take.
Would you call that a dalliance then?
Even I sighed on that one.
That was an extra long draw of breath, an extra powerful sigh.
But as I was saying, honestly, with her, it'd probably take like a minute to like, oh wait, you're not you.
Well, I mean, the holograms can sense each other. I mean, he can sense other holograms, but that doesn't mean he can sense, the actual people. He's not genuinely telepathic. You can't really. Well, I mean, the doctor can.
No. I don't mean Dal and Zero. I mean the.
No, I mean Zero and the Vulcan chick.
Oh yeah. No, I was saying
because she'd be able to tell right away.
Yeah, I was saying the Vulcan chick would be able to tell right away. That's what I mean.
Because she can't read his mind. She can read his mind normally.
Yeah. And no, I was just thinking that more like, oh, your personality is way off.
Well, I think the Vulcan she'd know, like, okay, like that disappeared, and then suddenly there's she's smart enough, she'd figure out, okay, this is shenanigans.
And then I could see her trying to like hide the fact that they're holograms from everybody else.
Yeah.
Or trying to fix the holograms. That, okay, we need those personalities swapped back around.
Oh, yeah.
Or else this is gonna get a real short trip. But then again, that could be the way that, like, the holograms buy time for them to get away. Like, they don't realize that they're gone for a few hours, but then when they start acting weird, like they'd had a big personality swap, like everybody's like, oh, okay, no, they've left, they've gone to do something, they're up to shenanigans, but no shuttles have left, except the Infinity, and they knew that, and they're no longer on the ship. Oh, great. We're dealing with more shenanigans from the Protostar crew.
You just really like the word shenanigans.
I mean,
shenanigans are fun. It's a fun word.
To be fair, the rules or whatever they're called, they're more of guidelines.
No, those are actual rules.
Yeah, but hijinks and mischief will ensue anyway, because that's what these people do.
Now you're like refusing because I commented. Like,
hijinks and mischief
really
are also fun to say.
It's like, okay,
hey,
I won't do
shenanigans
shenanigans
is a fun
anymore.
word to say, okay?
Yeah.
Those hijinks and mischief. Oh, you shenanigans.
And who knew a milkshake could give somebody existential crisis?
I mean, we already know it brings all the boys to the yard.
Damn right. Bad Daniel. Yeah, I want a milkshake now.
Of course.
Hey, milkshakes are good, okay? It's ice
Oh,
cream
no,
with
I'm not
drink.
saying that. No. Milkshakes
Gotta
are good.
love ADHD, guys.
Oh, yes. Especially food-related ADHD. Let's see. So I would okay. So they're gonna go to the spirally place. Now, okay. One thing I'm thinking is that he is going to be there, but he was there like a long time ago, so now he's just a bunch of bones. Because timey-wimey bullshit.
Yeah, there's no telling. Like, this episode sort of mostly focused on, the swap, the sort of doubles. Like, that was most of this episode. We really actually didn't go very far. Like, the main points of this episode were they create the doubles, and then they get on the ship and they cloak and disappear. And the doubles swap personalities. And we got a little something with Zero and the Vulcan lady from Nova Squadron. We got a little bit of that. But mostly it was just,
Commence
we didn't,
with
we
the
did, we
fan
did.
art.
What do you mean commence? I'm pretty sure it's already done.
Oh yeah, like in the first 30 seconds of the show being over.
I know. Like, they introduce it on the show. The first day it airs, got a shit ton of fan art.
Oh yeah.
But
oh yeah. Yeah, pretty like tight episode. Nothing really. No B-side plot, which is weird. Okay, I mean there was a tiny bit, but yeah.
yeah, there wasn't a lot of sort of like there was some minor things going on,
Yeah.
like she's drawing off the doctor so that they can do whatever they want to get up to.
Hey.
And
he remembered to lock the door finally.
Hey, speaking of the doctor, it was only thanks to him that they got the idea to make the duplicates. He saved the day because of his book.
yeah, which is nice, bringing in something from a previous episode in here. It's like, oh wait, yeah, there was multiple of them. We could just make more of us, and then it's the Star Trek equivalent of stuffing a pillow under your blanket and and sneaking out.
I mean, sometimes it works.
You know, that's kind of how this one group of people escaped Alcatraz.
Yeah.
I mean, I've snuck out like that before, but there's one problem you can run into.
Yeah, but from the psych ward doesn't count.
Funny. Haha. Yeah. No, there's one problem I run into. Make sure you have a backup plan, as in make sure your window is unlocked, because someone may relock the front door when you leave, and then you're stuck outside, and you have to knock on the door. It's like, please, just God, it's snowing out here. Let me in.
Especially if you really have to pee.
I mean, I don't have
less
that
of a problem for you.
Yeah, I don't really have that problem. I had to go. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, time for that. That. Timey-wimey. Oh, I guess I should note. Next time when you're off to go look for the holograms, maybe put like a mark on you to know that they're not the hologram or something.
Or just ask them, hey, if you think you're the hologram, if you think you're the real one, let's just turn it off. We don't need to reset the whole system. Just turn off the hologram.
That was cute how Gwen and Dal were holding hands, but it was the hollow Dal.
Like, ah, shit, you died.
But yeah, you could just like,
she picked the wrong horse to back.
yeah, so you can just boop, and okay, like all of us want to turn off the hologram so we know who's who, right?
They couldn't though, because they was still compiling.
Well, then resetting them wouldn't have, they reset the whole matrix.
Well, because by that time they were already compiled.
Yeah, by that time they'd all compiled, but
yeah, but you get that point, you could have just gone.
Okay. I don't know why. Here's next one. Here's how I can tell who's hologram, who's not. Okay. I'm just gonna go into settings, color adjustment. Oh, now all you are purple.
Yeah, you could give all the holograms a big metal purple. H on their foreheads.
So okay.
No, nobody gets that one. Okay.
No, I get it. H hologram.
Yeah.
Okay. So, is there like a law against making unsanctioned holograms?
I don't think that was the issue.
I know, but is there like, will they get in trouble? It's like, you made a hologram that was unsanctioned.
No,
I think the bigger problem is they commandeered a vessel that was supposed to be destroyed.
Oh yeah, that too.
and ran off from the ship. I think the hologram thing, that's probably a lot lower on their list of charges.
Yeah, it's like
stole a ship.
Hey, thank you for saving him, but you're gonna be court-martialed now. Yeah, you'll be locked up for a long time. But
well, they're technically not in Starfleet yet, which is why they were saying, like, that was part of what, like, Dal was saying, is like, we're not in Starfleet yet. We can get up to some stuff, and like,
Only thing is, they might not get to Starfleet if they keep that bullshit up.
Although, okay, I have to find it funny. It's like, Rock Talk's like, no, I can't do this. Ah, fuck it, let's do this.
Yeah. And it also it's I think was it Save Gwen, so like that's part of the motivation.
Oh yeah,
as well. And what was I gonna say? Ah, crap. I forgot what I was gonna say. Lost my train of thought, but yeah, they're and we're back to our new status quo. They have their own ship again. Not
borrowed. Yes.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't have the Protostar drive, but it's got a cloak, so different. But yeah, so I mean, like, that was gonna happen at some point. The time on Voyager was important and whatnot, but like they needed their own ship.
Yeah.
And this was a way to get them their own ship so they could do all that and have the fun.
They have to make sure they're in ship shape. What would you do without my puns?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything more to add.
Yeah, there wasn't really much here. Like, it was important and it needed to happen, but like there wasn't any weird world-shaking implications thrown out there or anything. I mean, we got the hollow emitters are everywhere, but that's about all you implied.
And that was already a given.
Well, not necessarily a given, because it could have been a thing where it was only on that one prototype, and then they decided.
No, I mean because the doc doesn't.
Well, he has his mobile emitter, doesn't he? So he doesn't need hollow emitters. He's got his mobile one. So. And so, yeah, so the doctor could be anywhere, and it wasn't a problem.
The question is, where does he keep that mobile emitter?
Yeah, because it wasn't really on his arm very often.
I wasn't really paying attention to it because it's like, okay, I just didn't clock anything about that because it's just like, yeah, no, it's not weird for the doctor to be anywhere because the mobile emitter. So I just sort of whatever. if it's on there, it's not it's not as big a deal. But like, I didn't really put that together because it was just like, okay, whatever. I'm not worried about the EMH being able to be anywhere because mobile emitter. Because I think he even pointed it out when he made the thing for Gwen, or they made the thing for Gwen. He's like, yeah, and I've got one of those. Same thing, different, same but different.
Yeah. Okay, well, guess on it there. Our review is about as long as the episode itself.
That's not unusual.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, only as long as the as the episode itself. That's actually light for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, occasionally we have gone double, and when it's been a particularly intense episode with a lot of implications.
Well, everybody, see you next week in Star Trek Prodigy Season 2, Episode 9. 7. Whatever it's called. Anyways, bye-bye, Charlie.